Peter Obi, Mr. Peter Obi is the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are confident of that. Nigerians know. That is why they don't want him to be in the ballot. Thank God that he's not in the ballot. He's the next president of Nigeria. I'm telling you in confidence. Mark my word today. Mr. Peter Obi is the next president of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Even Tinubu knows about this. That's why they were frustrating him being on the ballot. Even the whole thing that is happening in the party is also targeted towards stopping him from becoming the president of Nigeria. But it's only God that gives power. And this is time. Nigerians are prepared to make sure that Nigeria is rescued. See banditry, terrorism. See what's happening in this country. See suffering. People are dying. So nobody can see all these kind of things happening in this country. I will say, let's return APC. No, God forbid. So they know. Tinubu is aware that Peter Obi is his next president. He's going to hand over to Peter Obi. He knows. That's why he wanted to see how he can frustrate it. But good enough that with people like Sariki Dixon, the NDC national leader of this party, we're able to have a platform that Peter Obi and Kwankwaso is flagging. These are people in this country that will know that people support them organically. They don't need to give you 1 naira to support them. People believe what they can do and what they can offer. I'm Honorable Dr. Stephen Okbai, KSJI, NDC Aspirants, Amak Buhari Federal Constituency. We are here to see our national leader, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Henry Sariki Dixon, over our concluded consensus meeting, which he instructed us to do. Unfortunately, coming here, we found out that he lost his head. So we want to first sincerely send our unalloyed condolence to our national leader over this great loss and to the family of his head who died. And on the same ground, present our consensus candidates in the person of Honorable Dr. Ojukwu Nzube, who we have unanimously adopted to be the candidate of Amak Buhari Federal Constituency in the coming 2027 coming election. The consensus was reached out of the plea from the party for us to come together and form a consensus in order to avoid issues within the party. It was on that ground that we came together, all aspirants, to endorse the person of Honorable Ojukwu Nzube as our consensus candidate in Amak Buhari Federal Constituency. And we thank the leadership of the party for accepting the consensus. Our presidential candidate, Mr. Peter, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, our vice presidential candidate, Distinguished Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, and the national leader of the party, we thank the TRU for accepting the consensus candidates of the aspirants. And we are good to go. And we assure them that we are going to put forces together, power together, resources together to make sure that we rescue this country. To make sure that NDC rescue this country. And at the end of it all, Mr. Peter Obi becomes the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, come 2027. Thank you. It's politics. It's politics. Anybody can disagree, anybody can agree. But when majority, the law is clear on that. When to third majority, even in the National Assembly, when to third majority is consenting to a particular bill, it's you. The high have it. So we have the majority here. We're about 15 or 20 aspirants. And today, 16 are part of with us to say that there's no need of us fighting over a single seat when we have a bigger picture of becoming ministers, becoming board members in the federal government of Nigeria. So, but I will only say that everybody will come together. Everyone will come together. It's just for the party to upload the candidates. Everybody will come together. He's a leader that will bring everybody together. He's a leader that will bring everybody together. So every aspirant will work together to achieve the common goals. There's what we call internal party affairs, which no courts, which Nigerian courts, no court has power to interfere on the affairs of the party, internal party affairs of the party. So, but everybody has right. We are all citizens of the federal of Nigeria. You can approach the court, but the court will also tell you that it's an internal party affair. And in all honesty, time has come when we can bury a hatchet to rescue this country. We can bury our differences. We can manage the pressure in this country just for a singular purpose of rescuing this country. The country is bleeding. The country is bleeding. And it's on that ground that we felt that we can support the party. We can bring out coming into a consensus. Yes, because because we are together, we will win the election. Even the APC know that we are going to, NDC will win the election. So the party knows what we can do. Even Nigerians knows that NDC is the only party that can rescue this country. So the party has confidence in us. The major thing which we have done is coming together to form a consensus. Because if we are doing it individually, we might not achieve a result. But because we have come together, we will win this election. Yes, because there's an antecedent. Something led to this. And that is why most city members are not considered in the NDC affairs. When you are elected under a particular mandate, stand on that mandate, no matter the heat, no matter the pressure. That's what makes you a man. Stand on that pressure and defend the party and defend the people that gives you the mandate. Defecting for business reason or for the government in power, to be sincere with you, nobody is going to defect because we are going to form the next government. We are going to form government of the center. So where are you defecting to? Will you defect to opposition? No. So because NDC is going to form the government of the center, so nobody is going to defect. So even that signature, that letter or affidavit is of no use because we are going to win the election. So if NDC is going to be at the center, who are you defending to? Will you defend to opposition? No. Because APC, by country 27, APC will be an opposition in this country. And you are sure Peter Obi? He's the next president of Nigeria. Mark my word today. Peter Obi, Mr. Peter Obi is the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are confident of that. Nigerians know. That is why they don't want him to be in the ballot. Thank God that he's not in the ballot. He's the next president of Nigeria. I'm telling you in confidence. Mark my word today. Mr. Peter Obi is the next president of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Even Tinubu knows about this. That's why they were frustrating him being on the ballot. Even the whole thing that is happening in the party is also targeted towards stopping him from becoming the president of Nigeria. But it's only God that gives power. And this is time. Nigerians are prepared to make sure that Nigeria is rescued. See banditry, terrorism, see what's happening in this country, see suffering, people are dying. So nobody can see all these kind of things happening in this country. I will say, let's return APC. No, God forbid. So they know. Tinubu is aware that Peter Obi is his next president. He's going to hand over to Peter Obi. He knows. That's why he wanted to see how he can frustrate it. But good enough that with people like Sariki Dixon, the NDC national leader of this party, we're able to have a platform that Peter Obi and Kwankwaso is flagging. These are people in this country that will know that people support them organically. They don't need to give you ₦1 to support them. People believe what they can do and what they can offer. So we're confident that Peter Obi will be the president of Nigeria. You're welcome.
Nomination done by my colleagues, my fellow contenders. They buried the ambition to make sure I clink these tickets. I really and sincerely appreciate the efforts and what they've done today. And it is what they've done on 29th of May 2026. I want to make it very clear that the sacrifices, their sacrifices and the sacrifices of all wonderful good people of Ahmad Buhari will never be taken for granted. According to the law, consensus candidates is a legal backed option to nominating a candidate that flags the ticket of the party. I think at this point in time, we're going to join our hands together and get all everybody on board to make sure that we fight this battle. You know, the battle with the APC is the major battle, not the NDC battle. In NDC, we've resolved our issues. We've come together and we formed a common goal to achieve and win the election in Ahmad Buhari Federal Constituency. And of course, put our efforts together to make sure we defeat the All Progressive Congress candidates. I'm immensely happy and glad that this is happening today. I also want to make it very clear, NDC has come to deliver this nation. Nigeria had a lot of economic, social, political issues, insecurity, infrastructural issues, decadence, and unbridled level of borrowing from the federal government. If by the grace of God, which I know I'll be elected into the Green Chambers, I'll make sure laws are appropriated to checkmate those kind of excessive borrowing to safeguard the interest and the future of our children in this country. I also want to appreciate our national leader and of course condone him on the loss of his one of his aides, and of course believing in the principles of NDC and the yearnings of a majority of the Nigerians, we will not fail our people. We'll make sure we succeed and we'll make Nigeria great again. Thank you, and God bless us. I think maybe one or two of my colleagues may want to say one thing. If not, okay.
My name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Ezie, an aspirant of the Ahmad Buhari Federal Constituency, and just like as our consensus candidate has spoken and other aspirants, Honorable Pai has mentioned, the reason why we're here is to condole with our national leader and also to present our consensus candidate, and we have succeeded in doing that. One thing we have to understand is that the NDC is a party of conscience. It is a party that will set the future track for all Nigerians, and we have to start by ensuring that we start on the right foot. Today, you're witnessing for the very first time that aspirants numbering at over 20 decided to come together and bring out one candidate because we believe more in saving the country than in our own personal ambitions. Our ambitions are important, but more importantly is the salvation of the country. And how to save the country's soul is by ensuring that we put the right people in office. And this sacrifice is what we are here to ensure that Nigerians understand, that this is the bedrock, this is the foundation of what NDC stands for. And that going forward, we're going to ensure that we not only push this mandate, but we also make sure that the people of Ahmad and Buhari reap the benefits of democracy that they have entrusted into our own care. We will ensure that every facet of democracy that they are supposed to enjoy, from making of laws, security, improving the security of the general public, ensuring that healthcare is made available for the members of Ahmad and Buhari, will be the paramount item on our own agenda. So that at the end of the day, you'll be able to know that really there is a difference between being in government and governance. So therefore, I want to thank members of the Third Estate of the Realm for making it out today to ensure that this historic moment is captured not just on paper but on television and as widely as it can go, so that people begin to understand what the party NDC stands for. I also want to congratulate our consensus candidate, Honorable Nzube Ojukwu, on his emergence, and we will continue to support his emergence to ensure that he delivers on the mandate for the people of the FCT and Ahmad Buhari. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name's Ali Tete, and like my colleagues have already said, we believe in what has happened, and we believe it's the way forward, because we can't start. The party is a barely 3 months old party, and we cannot start on a shaky ground. And we have decided to assist the party because the party wanted all aspirants to come together and arrange themselves and present a candidate that they want to fly the flag of the party. And we have been able to do that. So we are setting an example for the rest of the places where little rancors occurred. And we believe that we have done the right thing, and we believe everybody would learn from this. Thank you very much.
The gentlemen and ladies of the press, it is very important that this message is taken across all lines, all fabrics, all media houses, for people to understand that I'm already settled. I'm glad and happy I've been chosen as the consensus candidate. Go back and take all my people along, and let's rescue this constituency and make it better and greater again. NDC service. NDC service. Service NDC. May God bless us. Thank you.